With My Heart in Yambo is like a highly sophisticated investigative journalistic piece. 20 years ago, when director Fernanda Restrepo was only 10, her two brothers, then 14 and 17, disappeared. Later, the family found out that the kids had been illegally detained, tortured, and killed by the Ecuadorian police. The director comes face to face with some of the people that are thought to be responsible for what happened.
Crimes of Honor is screening in the Rise Against program, and it features 4 amazing activists in different countries who are challenging and taking on the violence against women in immigrant communities in the West.
The story of Buzkashi takes us deep into the hills of Tajikistan, where we follow a sheep herder who takes part in a sport that is best described as polo crossed with Aussie-style football. It culminates in one man fighting against a changing culture around him that he can't stop. Buzkashi captures those moments of pure athleticism, pure human emotion, and incredible passion.
Bhim Comrade is the latest film from award-winning documentarian Anand Patwardhan. It's about the history of the struggle of the Dalits. They were formerly known as untouchables, and their 2,000 years of oppression in India. Anand Patwardhan spent 14 years following this community of Dalits, using their particular struggle, their trauma, their loss, and their very personal stories to really contextualize the deeper, broader political history of Dalit oppression in India.
Wildness is one of the most exciting films that I saw this year. It tells the story of a bar in MacArthur Park in Los Angeles called the Silver Platter. This is a historic space that for years has been a home to the Latino transgendered community. This is one of the most unique and powerful films about the queer experience that I've seen in years.
Smoke Traders is an incredible high-octane ride into the lives of Canada's most interesting entrepreneurs, the Mohawk Nation and the Mohawk people who are trading in cigarettes. But the federal government doesn't see it that way. They see them as smugglers. This is a really interesting journey that's looking at both sides of the coin, and I promise you it's one not to miss.
Her master's voice is about a very famous and talented ventriloquist named Tina Conti, who inherits her master's dummies when he passes away. He was also her lover at one point. They became estranged. It's very funny. She's hilarious, and she's very cheeky. She takes a very cheeky approach to some very serious issues.
Playing the Fool documents one of the most unique stories to come out of the Bosnian War. It ultimately features a man who fled Bosnia by getting into a psychiatric ward in Hungary. But unfortunately, he convinced people well enough that he has now been trapped there for 17 years and still trying to get back to Bosnia. It's ultimately one of those stories that just so stuck out in terms of originality.